Still a bit warm here in Florida, but really all things considered, a wonderful fall afternoon for football here in Tampa at Raymond James Stadium. Today it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the New York Jets taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. As of this morning, summer officially over. It's time for autumn football, and we're underway on EA Sports. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On the run, this is J.K. Dobbins. And he pushes through a would-be tackler to get about 3 yards, 2nd down. You look at this defense for Tampa Bay. They were fantastic a week ago in the win over Houston.
And the big difference in the game, their ability to force turnovers. Multiple, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, the big difference in the game.
It was impressive. Now the question, can they duplicate it?
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Purdy looking to throw. That is caught. And he is going to have a Jets 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, 3 and out to start the game would have been a real disappointment. So this is a nice job of finding something you think will work and executing it. And they're able to keep this opening drive going.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Next to receivers, they'll spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Jonathan Greenard running in to pick up the sack.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
No, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on, how about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
Tough spot here, 3rd down and 11. Purdy from the gun. And this almost intercepted. Not sure he saw the free safety that time. But lucky, incomplete. That'll bring up 4th down. Now the Jets send on Braden Mann to punt. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Looking to put a drive together. From the gun, it's Jackson. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Xavier Worthy, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bucs get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Prater for the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. And able to get this out to the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. And some room to work. Now he's loose at the 40. And down to the 16-yard line. The 71 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
Terrific run from one of the fastest backs in the game today. A guy who keeps defensive coordinators up at night, no doubt.
Remember when we were meeting with the D coordinator before the game and all he talked about was run fits, making sure our guys were in the right place so there were no creases?
They missed their fits, didn't they?
Yeah, there was no fit there. The only fit was at the end when he threw his headset down after that big run.
Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, what, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Purdy now to throw. Touchdown, Jets. Jalen Tolbert, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Jets are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Chad Ryland now to add the PAT.
It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there.
Extra point good by Prater. And that makes the score 14-7. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. Now that should give him a spark. He's across the 40 to the 43.
Well, fit me for a neck brace, partner. One kickoff return in one direction for a touchdown, and the other one, they almost broke going back the other way.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And all the way in, touchdown, New York. J.K. Dobbins, his third rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jets are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point by Ryland up and good. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, there he goes left side. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Jamison Williams.
A touchdown on a kick return, and now one through the air.
And the Buccaneers are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
Prater for the extra point. And the lead is now 21-14. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. It's DJ Turner who's got it.
And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way, and the head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
The 20. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
Ken Walker.
44 yards.
And the Bucs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
And able to return this one all the way out to the other side of the field across the 50.
Partner, when I was in college, we used to have these things called game maxims that we did before every game. One of them said, press the kicking game. For here's where the breaks are made. It's the area of hidden yardage. How about that return? Flipping the field, taking it past the 50, and getting things set up to start the series.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Jonathan Grenard
able to record his 5th sack of the season. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
Throwing here, Purdy.
Looking right sideline, that's complete.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3.
They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he is going to have a Jets first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Purdy.
Quick hitter here. It's complete.
You look at this defense for Tampa Bay.
This unit coming into this one ranked number 20 against the pass in the NFL.
When they lack in pass defense, they do make up for in run defense. They're a top 10 unit against the people trying to move the ball on the ground. But this is a passing league, so there's a conundrum for them. How do they get better defending the pass?
A busy first quarter. His 3rd catch of the afternoon is a first down. Met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. The Jets with the football here to start the 2nd quarter as they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go. Back to throw, Purdy. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Jonathan Grenard able to get in there yet again. That's already 3 sacks for him here in this first half of football. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. Now Purdy. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. Here's Chad Ryland now on for the field goal. From the right hash, it's a 38-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps him inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
Jackson.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. He tried to buy some time to the right. So, Charles, when a guy gets out of the pocket, what's the focus of the quarterback?
Most of them keep their eyes downfield. They want to try and make a play throwing the ball. Some of them, they want to tuck it and go. But when they scramble, in this case, as you said, to the right, you're cutting the field in half. So good defenses kind of converge in that spot, and they don't give you much territory to throw the ball. He had nowhere to go with it. Ends up getting the ball stripped.
So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it'll be 2nd down.
Purdy now to throw off the play action. Throw left side, caught by the tight end, Njoku. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. David Njoku, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Jets have got it back to within a score. Extra point by Ryland, up and good.
And that makes it a 28-24 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive.
Now a 2nd and 10. Up the middle, here's Walker.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
68 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it.
And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
The Buccaneers hit 2-0 here to begin the season, and they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
And, oh, boy, nobody wants to see this. That's the running back, Kenneth Walker, who appears to be injured. Here's 3rd and 9. Now it's Jackson. He's going to float this one deep right side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit him over the top, unsuccessfully.
So on 4th down, on is the punter, Ryan Wright. Deep to return is Scotty Miller.
And he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Here's Purdy. Now he'll tuck this and run.
And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage.
4 receivers on the field. It's 3rd and 4. Purdy will set up to throw it here. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Xavier McKinney.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10.
After the interception, here's Jackson. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's 2nd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Here's Jackson. A throw left side, reeled in by the rookie wideout.
And out of bounds right around the 20. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. From the gun, Jackson.
Over the middle, he's going to find Burden.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers.
Luther Burden.
A 20-yard touchdown. As his guys are able to extend their lead. Prater on to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
A minute 55 left to go in the first half of play. The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
On 2nd and 12, Purdy. He's got Njoku over the middle. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On first down, he'll drop to throw. That's to McCaffrey, complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as he'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
Shotgun now with Purdy.
And this one is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Here's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Purdy. Pass complete to Tolbert on the crossing route.
And he's in. Touchdown, Jets.
Jalen Tolbert
With his second touchdown here in this first half.
And the Jets have cut it back within a score. In the second quarter, and already his second touchdown reception.
Absolutely the definition of a difference maker here in this first half. Clearly one of his quarterback's favorite targets in this game, and I figure he's going to draw a little more attention and coverage moving forward.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession as they take over with exactly 1 minute to go here before intermission.
Here's Jackson to throw.
Now he's going to step up and run.
And And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Nice pickup, 10 yards and a first down on the keeper.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
Jackson going to keep it.
And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
He's going to float this one deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. A big play there just before halftime. 58 yards.
I'll tell you what, this is not going to be a fun discussion at halftime for this defense. They've been absolutely taken advantage of in the first half. And here's another play for big yardage.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Lamar Jackson as the first half is winding down.
And the Bucs would extend their lead here just before halftime.
Extra point good by Prater. And that pushes the lead up to 11.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just...
And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. It's DJ Turner who's got it.
And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Well, Charles, you know, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few.
And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown.
Xavier Worthy
as time expires in the first half.
And the Buccaneers will extend their lead on the final play of the half.
Prater for the extra point. And that will take us to the end of the first half of play. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Bucs with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I behind that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Throwing is Jackson. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at second down. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out. Nowadays, quarterbacks don't mind throwing into coverage because of the confidence they have in their receivers to come down with the ball. But sometimes you have to be careful you don't get too confident and throw an interception.
Jackson. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 44-yard line.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
They showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards.
And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. To throw is Jackson. Looks for White, but it's intercepted. And the Jets are going to take over here up near the 40. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they just got a little help from their defense forcing the turnover. Now can they make that pay off in points?
They need to, partner. They're down on the scoreboard. Need to take advantage of those opportunities, and this is a good one right in front of them.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. Purdy looking to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one good for 26 and a first down. Dobbins running out of the gun. Oh, and fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. 151 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Back to throw. Purdy. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Jalen Coker, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Jets get a bit closer. The extra point by Ryland up and good. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away.
He takes this near the 25, just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10.
And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Here's a 2nd and 3 now from the 33.
Jackson. He completes it right side to White. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
10 yards there and a Buccaneer 1st down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
A good pickup there, 21 yards.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available, because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
So in jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36.
They run straight ahead here with White.
Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Now Jackson.
A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
The Bucs passing game looking good on this drive. It's a 1st down.
And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 350 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything, if you're doing it without throwing interceptions or turning the ball over.
A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Opting to run again here with White.
And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st.
Jackson from the shotgun.
And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
And no field goal try here from the red zone. Offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th. And he will have the 1st down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out.
Here's Walker.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Give him 3 on the gain there, 2nd and goal.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just the 3rd quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances, so they need to toughen up and keep them out of the end zone.
Now it's Jackson. Touchdown! Dalton Schultz, his first touchdown here of the new campaign.
And the Buccaneers will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd.
Now Prater to add the PAT. And the lead is up to 18 now. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air.
And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Purdy. Out to the sideline, pulled in by McCaffrey.
He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. So both teams trade touchdowns in the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Up the middle, here's Corum.
And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. Pass to Bellinger on the crossing route.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
Back to throw, Purdy.
This is caught. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
Dobbins.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
This defense is holding strong, but they're going to need 1 more stop, maybe 2 more stops. And where the ball is on the field, the offensive playbook remains wide open. They've got to be alert for anything.
Corum.
And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. A field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown.
Luke McCaffrey
From 3 yards out.
And the Jets have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point by Ryland, up and good.
And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And a very solid return out across the 45-yard line before going out of bounds.
For a quick second there, I thought we were about to have a repeat performance of a kickoff return for a touchdown. This guy's on fire today.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Up the middle they run. It's Walker.
And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. 104 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They go play action now. Jackson. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
First down, here's White. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage.
Credit Yaya Diaby with a stop. They work now on 2nd and 9.
Now it's Jackson. And his throw here's incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
Jackson now.
Quick slant to Brown.
And they're going to drop him well shy of the 1st as he can only make it to the 11. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. From the gun, it's Jackson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bucs try it on 4th down, but come up empty. And that will force a turnover on downs. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
But not a big gain with that play. But what they're doing is they're spreading the defense out, probing a little bit, and what they're hoping probably is that later in the game, they can create a matchup that they can exploit for big yardage later.
Purdy will set up to throw it here. Over the middle, caught by Bellinger.
And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. Now Purdy.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, 2 good plays on this one, Brandon. The first one at the quarterback because the pressure affected his throw. And I think it forced him to throw away from his designated target. And how about the second bit of pressure downfield? Receiver going up for the pass, helping force that incompletion.
Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long. Throwing Purdy. And that one almost intercepted. Boy, he's got 2 already, nearly a third, but not to be, and it's 4th down.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Gotta avoid the flags defensively. Here's 4th and long.
So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining.
Here we go. This is 4th down. Purdy to throw.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
I like what the offense did there, trying to spread the defense out with a 5-receiver formation. But give the defense credit. They stayed in their spot and were able to disrupt the catch and force the ball to the turf.
Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted.
And the Jets are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. The drive starts with a carry by Corum.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. The free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle?
Here comes 2nd down. They run once more with Corum.
Oh, nice move. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Here's Purdy. Completes to Njoku.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock.
This is 1st and 10. Here's Purdy to throw.
He's going to launch this thing way downfield.
And that's going to be incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
To throw is Purdy.
He's going to try and go deep again.
And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted. Derek Stingley picks it. And the Bucs are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. A little clock management 101.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest. The kind of performance